Greetings. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you for coming along to spend an evening with us. We are getting so close to finishing this series. Oh my god. So I had the whole month mapped out. The way I had it mapped out originally was that we'd be finishing the series, we'd be finished editing Anamnesis on the 30th of January, Monday the 30th, and the deadline for the Anamnesis jam is the 31st. So I thought it was going to be close, but not like too difficult. But we're ahead. We are ahead of schedule. That never happens. We are actually pretty well into this now. We've only got 2 episodes left. And oh god, sorry, I knocked my desk. Yeah, like I was looking at episode 4, which we're going to be editing today. It's 2 monologues. It's just 2 monologues. There's a particular set piece we need to work on, which I'll talk about in a second. But yeah, we've just got a couple of monologues left, and then we're done. I was just about to turn the camera to show you that Poppy is in the room, but she has literally just decided to leave. Clearly she knew. But yeah, hello Mysterious, wonderful to have you here as always. Thank you so much for coming along. Yeah, I'm excited to work on this today. Episode 4 is an interesting one. It's quite short generally, just because we've just got the 2 monologues, but we also have a piece of music that we need to make to go underneath, because at some point, basically, if you don't remember the writing streams or you weren't here for them, what happens in episode 4 is that Mark Galley, I don't have a name for this character, so I'm just going to call them Mark. So Mark goes up the stairs and finds a tape player, presses play on the tape player plays a song, which we're going to have to write today somehow. And once we've done that, once that happens, we listen to that. There's a monologue underneath that, and then the tape player gets thrown against a wall. We'll figure out how to do that tonight, hopefully without damaging any tape recorders. And then there's another monologue. So it's quite a short episode. It's not too intense in terms of the sound design, but yeah, I think the piece of music is going to be what's going to take the time, which is why I think we're going to start with the music today. I think we're going to start with the music. Idea today, just in between doing freelance work, and if you are a long time viewer, we sent off we finalized the tracks for the Upriver Downriver soundtrack today. So if you remember when we were working on the Upriver Downriver soundtrack, that's now finished, and apparently, as far as I'm aware, the game's going to be coming out soon, which means the soundtrack is also coming out soon. What that means in terms of what we're doing on the stream on Twitch, I don't know. There might be some Upriver Downriver themed stream at some point. But yes, so today we're going to be this piece of music. I was kind of racking my brains thinking, well, what kind of music are we gonna go for here? So I thought, since we've had a lot of piano stuff for this series already, I thought we'd keep it on the piano. And so initially I thought, well, we've been using our wonderful granulizer through this piano, which is probably my favorite thing. It's just wonderful little frequencies and things. But then I thought it might be interesting to have like a clean piano coming through the cassette tape, and then we can run that as the tape, and then later on we can run it through the granulizer later on. excuse me, so you kind of get this kind of double effect almost. I'm not explaining that very well. Hopefully by the end of the stream I will have demonstrated what I mean, and hopefully it will have worked. So that's me setting a goal straight away, and going from there. But the first thing I kind of want to get started with is I want to load up this. So I'm going to use the slightly different piano sound, the second piano sound that comes with the Imagiro piano. It's a slightly more what I would describe as jangly piano. It's kind of more of a slightly warped out of upright piano. I'm just going to bump the tone up just a little bit. The kind of vibe I want to go for with this is I should probably make it bassier actually. It's kind of like you've put a tape recorder on your grandma's old upright piano. So that kind of tone. So that's we're going to start with this tone, and then when we move back, when we kind of move to later on in the episode, we'll have our wonderful which will have a wonderful destroyed piano sound, but that's for later. I keep thinking about that tweet you shared about how they did the telephone effect on old radio dramas with a walkie-talkie. Yeah, you see, so this is kind of the thing I want to experiment with this year. We're not really doing it with this project, but it's definitely something. I think doing this project has made me want to make lots of little small things. And I kind of want to experiment with that because, you know, we have this now, which is a cassette tape dictaphone, and also before that, I sort of fell into a thing where I was really interested in voice notes, like sending voice notes to people, and we get to play around a little bit with that in folks. My ring light is just washing me out today. But yeah, so I really want to do something where it's like it's recording, rather with like the dictaphone or even just voice notes on a phone, like outside somewhere, like in a physical space, like a train stations or something. So you've got these recordings where you've kind of got a background ambience already put in there. Because the thing that tweet was talking about specifically, and it's something that Dirk Maggs was talking about when I went to see a talk that he was giving in London. He was saying, well, you do all these things to cut down post-production time, which for me as a post-production audio editor was concerning, but at the same time I understand it. I think also if you're recording something a specific way, you've got that character as well. I think before my attitude was, let's get clean audio. Let's prioritize getting clean audio. And then we can do all the clever stuff to it. And I think part of me still stands by that. But I think if you're wanting to do slightly more experimental stuff, I think, doing stuff where you have a walkie-talkie, where you're speaking to people through walkie-talkies, I think that's interesting. And I think you get a very specific, a unique tone and character to each recording. Another thing Dirk Maggs talked about, who was the person who tweeted about the walkie-talkies, was talking about was he was recording it was kind of like an Apollo 13 audio, like basically a fictional retelling of Apollo 13, but except for like on Mars, it was like a Mars mission. So like Apollo 13 but Mars. And they didn't have a lot of money, they didn't have a lot of time for post-production, so they sort of thought, right, well, how are we going to get this feeling of a really cramped spaceship So what they did was they crammed like the 3 actors into a car, and then had them like climbing around the car, doing their lines and doing their dialogue, which I think that's fantastic. I thought that was great. I was just like, yes, that's so clever, and interesting, and it's just, it's just interesting, and I think that's kind of what I want to think about is recording in these sort of unusual ways. I mean, we sort of did that with practical audio drama making is a good way to describe it. Yeah. So for folklore, we've done a couple of those things. Like we had, for one episode, I'm gonna have to talk about this, and it's gonna sound nonsensical because I can't give any spoilers away. But for one episode, we had like BB like standing facing the wall in a corner of the room, and then we had like the mic'd up slightly to the side to get a very particular sort of effect, a very claustrophobic sort of effect. And then playing around with sort of omnidirectional microphones and things. And I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to get to do that with folklore, because this upcoming season is going to be the last season of folklore. So basically, I think I'm looking for another sort of experimental outlet for my audio drama stuff. But yeah, I think I think any interesting little things you can do will mean that, like, if you can recreate effect in real life, it means you don't have to try and recreate it in post-production, and it'll feel more natural. Something that I think we'll kind of discover with this one, with episode 4 in particular. But yeah, I think getting people to do physical actions that they have to do. It's, again, if something that I think was a hard lesson that was learned was the actors will do the physical actions much better than you can in post-production. They'll make it sound so much more natural. And I'm going to buy a set of walkie-talkies at some point. Speaking of stuff, the controller I use, the game controller I use for audio editing stuff, gave out. So I had to go and buy like a proper grown-up Xbox controller at the weekend. And it's been a while since I've used them. And they're so they're so lovely. They've got heft. They're comfortable to use. The buttons all feel nice. Oh, it's very satisfying to use. And that's all mapped out as well. So, yeah, I have so the controller I was using before, it was like a knockoff one that cost me maybe like £15. This new one did not cost me that little, but it's an investment, and also because I'm using it for work, technically it's a tax write-off. Yeah. So. And yeah, I still have the cheat sheet to tell me. I'm still learning. I'm learning my own buttons, which is a weird thing to have to try and do. So right, click track on. Thank you. Yeah. So to give you an idea, this stick, it moves the tracks where I'm playing. It also zooms in and out. This one also zooms in, and also it changes the volumes on tracks. And then also, if you look to the left there, the up and down buttons control which track I'm using, and then also I can skip to different markers on the track as well. So and the other buttons all do other things as well, but it's mainly for hopping around on the project timeline and selecting tracks and fiddling around with tracks and things. So yeah, I'm really very, very, very happy with it. And yeah, did I accidentally create yeah, I did. Okay. We're going to call this tape piano. So hopefully we should be able to do this all in one take, because I do have. So I'm gonna play what I came up with, and then we can record it. and then just move, grows and develops from there. So hopefully it works. I've not done it with a click track yet, so we'll see what happens there. But let's give it a go. Let's get recording. Something weird happened there. Well, we've got the first bit. Okay, that's what I need to do. I just need to let that ring out just a little bit longer. What am I trying to do there? Am I trying to go into compound time? Oh, my brain's just not clicking with that for whatever reason. Okay. Let's try rephrasing this. Sorry, I feel like this is a very slow start to the stream. Okay, so the frustrating kind of thing about it is the reason why I'm having to kind of be fairly strict in terms of where it falls, like how it fits into the click track specifically, is because it means later on when we throw it through the granulizer, which is tempo synced, it means that the kind of ripples and the echoes are still going to be kind of together in one place. It's a frustrating thing to have to kind of keep track of, but it's a part of the fun, part of the charm. Right, what happens if we send that to the tape? Ooh, there we go. So that's only running through this kind of bit crusher. It's quite quiet, but I think I'm alright with that. No, we don't want that. Nope. Do I actually need to do a quick overdub? Just to make sure the chords are landing in the right place. Let's just try that. Try and do that bit like properly this time. Okay, so there's one mistake there. There we go, fixed it. And I also whoops, no, just the one, please. Thank you. There we go. I'm having a slow morning myself, so it fits. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. So we're going to have to add an extra effect here. Okay. So we have our micro cassette recorder here. I'm going to use it to get some texture, because when you play this thing, it's got quite a lot of handling noise. So I'm going to throw that in just as a kind of starting point. Like, I think if we can do the texturing here rather than in the episode, it just means it's one less thing we need to put on the timeline. So I'm going to kind of do it this way. So here we go. Love this vibe. Thank you. I'm quite happy with how it's sounding. I'm going to play around with it just a little bit more when because that's quite loud. Also going to send that through the tape, just so it blends together. So just EQ it just a little bit. 2 seconds. Quickly look for something. Where would I have... So... I think we're going to have to cheat this slightly. So, a while ago, it was genuinely, I think it was the pilot series of Folklore. I might actually, can I cheat this? Let's find out. Release. It's an MP3 file. It might actually work for our purposes. This is the first episode of. This is the first episode of Folklore.
So, Matthew.
No, it's too noisy. I need... Right, let's see. Bear with me just a second. I want to see if... Because basically for the pilots for Folklore, we basically came up with a really, really good... like a really good tape effect. It was a very, very, very... it was a very, very silly sound that we ended up using. I'm just going to see if I can find it. Ah, there we go. Okay. So what I wanted to do with this is going to take a while to load, was I wanted to have... Yep, that's fine. I don't need that one. I wanted to specifically have like a spinning kind of reel effect. But couldn't quite get it, and I think it's here. There's a tape somewhere, isn't there? Yeah, so I'm going to take this sound. So, if you're wondering what it is, let's turn that off. So this sound here, playback rate 1. Let's just fix this, shall we? That's good. That's it with no effects on it. Don't know if you can hear that. I'm just going to turn that up real quick. So if you're wondering what that is, first of all, it's a computer fan. And that's a fidget spinner. Basically, what I did was I stole a fidget spinner off my dad. And recorded it, essentially. And the thing is, you may laugh. I can see you laughing in the chat. But just wait. Just wait till you hear this. Like, if I have this really low during the music. You hear that? You hear that? Like, it's just a slight... It sounds like tape to me. It sounds like a cassette tape, or what my brain says is a cassette tape. Hello, Midas Martigan. Thank you for being here. That's the funniest line I've heard all week. I stole a fidget spinner from my dad. Well, so the story, as far as I've been told, is that my sister got my dad a fidget spinner for giggles. I think this has been fidget spinners were a thing, yeah, I was just like, can I borrow this? And my dad went, I don't even. Sure, take it. And then, so, but yeah, it creates this lovely tape effect. Weren't lightsabers a metal slinky? So, not quite. So what it was, I'm probably going to tell this story wrong. So, what ended up, so they had big monitors on the set of Star Wars, and Ben Burr had like a microphone that was connected directly up to them, and accidentally like walked past them with the microphone, and it created this sort of vroom sound. And Ben Burr was like, "Ooh, hang on!" Took the microphone and started like swinging it around in front of the microphone, in front of the speakers. This microphone in front of the speaker, and then like when it like touched off the speaker, it went like that kind of sound. So, whenever there was a scene in Star Wars with a lightsaber fight, Ben Burr had to like hold a microphone and swing it like a lightsaber in front of some speakers. So it was, as far as I'm aware of the story goes, is that it was an accidental discovery. Janky unorthodox methods. Yeah, but Ben Burr is quite famous for those, I think. Classic dad response. I don't even know what that thing is. Yeah, like I do still have it. This is the frustrating thing. I was hoping we could like record it, but I don't seem to have it. It seems to have. I mean, I have a lot of junk here. I have a lot of just tat and crap on my desk and in my office, so it's probably somewhere. But yeah, it creates this lovely tape effect that we have. Just making the tone a bit. So this is going to suddenly stop at one point. So it doesn't necessarily have to have an ending. So, and then later on, when you hear it for the second monologue, it's going to sound like this. Oops, nope, it's not going to sound like that. Let's make sure it all lines up properly first. There we go. And then that goes down there. I'll turn the kick off. You're gonna get all these extra frequencies and sounds and things. It's gonna sound so much bigger, even just from adding the granulizer. Then we add the It's mostly just the main theme, but now on a piano, and like arranged slightly differently. So yeah, so that's our music. I think that's our primary, because then also because this is the same, because this is the same like tempo. It means we can bring in the main theme at the end, so we can kind of do it that way. So I think so yeah, that's a conversation to have. So the plan, when this gets released on Bandcamp and on Itch as part of the Anamnesis Jam at the end of the month, the idea is that the soundtrack will be included as well. So on the Bandcamp album, you'll get the series, and then you'll also get the soundtrack. On Itch, you'll get two separate folders, one with the series, one with the soundtrack on it, and then for the podcast feeds, you'll get the series as individual episodes, and then you'll also get like a mix. So you'll get the whole soundtrack as like one podcast episode, kind of like what we were doing with the lo-fi albums. So, and the Bandcamp release and the Itch releases are going to be entirely free as well. Just because like if it's going to be free on Itch, I don't want to then charge people on Bandcamp, but it's going to be pay what you like. So if people think it's worth money, they can pay money for it. But yeah, I really like the idea of releasing the soundtrack with like at the same time as the series. Especially since the soundtrack's going to be really short. It's going to be these really small pieces that are maybe 1 minute, 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes each. So yeah, yeah, and I think this will probably be one long piece rather than like. I'm going to export it now as two separate pieces for the purposes of the episode, but I think for the soundtrack release it'll be one piece of music. So what are we doing? We need to color all these. So let's put those there. Tape noise and yep. Tape noise. You know what? We'll call it spinner. Right. So then actually they should go down here. I should keep them here, but color them differently. Okay. Actually, we could export it as one long thing. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Oh wow! It's like it's an actual. It's gonna be a 8-minute piece of music. Just call it playing piano. Okay, yeah. I feel like it's got a really like Silent Hill vibe to it. Which I'm okay with. Okay, let's get this exported. Let's make sure to turn off turn this particular thing off, just so it means it doesn't scream at you while I'm it doesn't scream at you while I'm exporting it. Okay. Yep. Okay. Wait, no, we need to render this one. Okay, hopefully that is not currently screaming at you, like the other exports. But there you go. Okay, and then we can make a start on the episode. So that's great. I dare say I'll be doing what I did last time and just pushing through and getting the thing finished, which means we could technically finish Anamnesis this week, which is very exciting and very scary. Yeah, which it also means I need to think up what else to do on stream, Probably just more music stuff, because I think I'm really enjoying making audio drama on stream. I enjoy making music as well, but this feels slightly more involved, and I feel like the results are better or more compelling at least than making music. But we can do both. Oh, hang on. Should probably add an ending onto this. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Probably don't need that much time after it. Let's have a look. See, this is something I'm really bad for. Is trying to figure out how trying to figure out how much silence to leave at the end of a piece of music. I'm not very good at it. It's something I wish I had checked before uploading the Tower soundtrack to Bandcamp, because there are a couple of songs where there's just a big old chunk of silence at the end of some of the pieces of music, which is not great. Also, editing episode 4 is going to be a lot easier because I actually found my notes. So I have a take that is simply labeled "That's the One." And I have, for the second half of the episode, I have a take that is simply labeled "good," and then I have another take for the last bit, which is also labeled "good." So I think we know what takes we're using. Excellent. Okay. Wonderful. So that should be us with our delightful labeling it. Labeling is so important. Yes, I like, it is an underrated thing. Like honestly, like the big skill to learn. Like the biggest possible skill you can learn in audio drama is production coordination. Like if you can either develop your own filing system for labeling takes, or developing or using, learning a system from somebody else, it will make it cuts down the production time so much. Like, because it means rather than having to re-listen to the whole recording session, you know exactly exactly what you're needing to use. So it's underrated skill, I think, is good production coordination. They do not get enough credit. Same with dialogue editors as well. Dialogue editors do not get enough credit. Which I think is something I hope I've demonstrated with this, is that dialogue editing is incredibly important, and yeah, it can really change the tone of an episode. I like color coding my video editing. I also like color coding my tracks. Writing too, yes. Like being organized with writing is also like. So like it takes a lot for me to actually write anything, but since kind of learning from specifically my partner who works in television and film, like you don't open the page and go, right, okay, chapter 1. It's there's planning involved, and I think if you can get your head around the planning and the admin and the organizing side of it, it makes everything so much easier. Especially, for the Tower, I map out exactly what happens in each episode before I start writing. And it just makes it less scary, I think, as well, because you sort of already know what's there. Okay, to happen. Okay, how are we starting this one? I think we will start with the episode 3 opening, so the slightly more distorted. Yeah, because what is that? Just finishes on there.
Find me.
Oh yeah, this was a thing. So first of all, Sam is going to record an extra line there for us, which is great. We'll hopefully get that sometime this week. I had an idea. So for Sam's character, the wonderful
So you made it.
that fantastic character and that fantastic monologue. So Sam sent me 3 takes of this. Not necessarily 3 takes, 3 different versions of this monologue, done in 3 different ways. So I wonder if it's worth doing. We kind of do to this bit of dialogue what we do with Mark's dialogue kind of here.
Ownership of their work.
We have like multiple different versions of the same line being repeated. I don't know whether that's worth doing for Sam's character. It's something I'm thinking about. I won't do it tonight because we're working on episode 4, but it might be like a final little touch we add, just to see if that's interesting. That makes things, because it also means we can bring in this idea of memories and remembering and lots of these different voices coming in. We can bring that in a little sooner. But yeah, so that's a potential editing thing we're going to be doing later on. But yeah, episode 4. And we need Sam. You know what? I think we're not going to bring this in because the start of Act 4, which is wands, by the way, for anyone keeping track.
Find a tucked away sketchbook in an area of your home. Act 4.
There we go.
Wands.
Wands.
You have learned much about yourself. Take some time to reflect. Draw 3 cards.
That's all we've got for this act, for the start of this act. So I like the idea of the opening being a lot shorter. Because I kind of like the idea of this episode really trying to emphasize the sort of absence. There's that sense of something being missing. And I think it'll be easier to do that if we're just kind of cutting things off a little bit, in particular like the opening, like not letting the opening go as long as you're kind of used to by now, and the act description being quite short, and so not really having as much lead in as you would normally have. That's the thinking anyway. Let's see if it works.
You have learned much about yourself. Take some time to reflect.
Okay, you need to fade up before then. Also, hello, Tang Whistle. Sorry, I don't know if I said hi to you. Hello. It's good to see you. Okay. I'm going to bring in flat ambience.
To reflect.
Oh, do I have steps? Oh, I don't think I do. Does this... Oh, no. I think we might have to go back to freesound.com, everybody. The orc kicks down the door. Okay, let's stairs. Walking up the stairs. No. I think I could probably, you know what? I think rather than going through everything on freesound.com, Tin Can Octio, and no doubt finding a recording of somebody going, "The wizard climbs up the stairs," and I think it's probably better than just to make it ourselves. So we do have our footstep sounds, our delightfully creaky footsteps.
House is dark.
We can, because also we're narrating it as well, so I feel like that's slightly. Okay. Ooh, hello. Imagine if it exists, though. I mean, we can make it if you want. Just create a series of sound effects, like where it's just labeled "walking up the stairs," and it's literally just "I walk up the stairs." Maybe that's a stream. the world's worst sound effect pack. A whole subgenre. You know, where's our Foley instrument? Do we still have that? Yes, we do. Let's create another one. Come on. A whole subgenre. Okay, let's get this. Timber. Oh, which buttons is it? That kind of works. It's quite quiet. But is there creep? So I'm just playing around with footsteps now. This is not a particularly interesting part of the podcast. Carpet. Diamond. Okay. No, I think timber works better actually. Timber. There you go. This is the not glamorous. I mean, none of it's glamorous, but this is the less glamorous part of. Okay, I think that will work.
Take some time to reflect.
Like, I know there will be those who are mad that I've put footsteps in. It's a contentious topic in audio drama circles.
The page
Is that rain outside? Okay. We can bring the rain back in.
or numbered.
Right, let's get some takes. What do I need? I need take 18 and take 16. Anamnesis. Edit. Nope. Anamnesis recordings. Mark. Episode 4. 16. Oops. 16 and 18. Oh, track. Oh.
Wandering up the stairs, up to a bedroom.
Okay, good stuff. Why is the filtering not working?
In myself,
It's probably because I've turned up the volume.
I close my eyes and think about all that I've learned.
Okay, so that's good. I also need. That is a powerful Mark Galley noise there.
That one, like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, yeah. So for the throwing the tape player across the thing, we're gonna get a powerful noise, powerful sound. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I find myself wandering up the stairs.
Oh no, I used the wrong ones. It was meant to be. Yeah. And then. Okay. I'm gonna be clever here and combine sounds.
I find myself wandering up the stairs, up to a bedroom.
Oh yeah, that's a sigh for
I
the.
close my eyes and think.
Right, Right, so what does the script say here? The script says... Sitting on a bed, pressing play on a cassette player, tape sounds, music, lying down on a bed. Okay, so let's look at what we do. Let's see what we can. So I think first of all, let's get some ambience on the go. Oh no.
Bedroom.
Okay. We need media library. Oh no, my controller's turned off. That's not good. Okay. There we go. Right. I think I do have. Like, I definitely have. Tape machine. Tape. Machines in metal. Tape. Tape deck buttons. Tape. Right. Okay. There we go. It's just me fiddling around with the recorder. It's a rewind. Oh, they put it on the wrong track, so it's echoing. Okay. So we have that sound.
Any of it.
There is a stop. We're not going to use it.
And think.
It does have a bit of a tape sound, which is quite nice. We're innovating here with this particular audio drama by having the sound of a cassette tape in the background. I don't think any podcast has done that before. Okay, what do we need? We need the music. And this is edit music. Okay, so this is what this is going to sound like. Oh, that sounds really nice. The absolute texture, but that texture. Mmm, delicious.
And think about all that I've learned. None of it quite fits together, and I'm still not sure about any of it. Still can't get a solid hold on the shadows of memory that gather on the edge of my subconscious. I came here to find someone. But why did they come here? Were they also looking for someone? Is that why people tried to stop us? A repeating pattern of people going missing, looking for missing people. Find me. There must be someone else here. Surely that's what this all means. Did whoever B is leave it here to be found?
Sorry, there's a little bit
What
of a
this
pause
all
there.
means. Did whoever B is leave it here to be found? Be. Something within me stirs as I think about thee. A deep, longing feeling, coupled with anger and desperation, and a strange sense of pride.
Oh, Mark, you absolute... Oh,
Anger
just
and
excellent.
desperation, and a strange sense of pride. Sense of pride.
And then we'll get a... And that's when we get our... It's Mark doing his best Wolverine impression. Okay, I'm gonna... Tiny little beat before the word pride. Yes. Oh. Do love me some dramatic pauses. Smash. Smash.
Find me.
Okay, yeah, that needs to be in... See, the thing is, so there's things in the script for, like, the extra voices to come in and things. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think that needs anything else. Yeah. I don't think that needs anything else other than what's there, you know? I think that's...
I close my eyes and think about all that I've learned.
Just to make sure I don't shift everything else out of the way. Okay, what do we need? I think I do have... Don't take this the wrong way. I do have some bed sounds somewhere. Bedroom door. Oh, that's like a decent door sound. Where have you been this whole time? I also have...
About all that I've learned.
I also have an interesting sound called toss book on bed. Don't know why I needed that. Ah, there we go. That's what we want. So this is a very simple sound. It's just somebody rustling some sheets. So I think it's going to be a case of... Okay, maybe a little bit quiet.
I close my eyes and think about all that I've learned.
Oh, no, I'm going to...
I close my eyes.
Right. Right. Okay. Editing. Get the editing brain. Editing brain. Okay.
Up to a bedroom.
Actually, this needs to be in mono. Oh, it's a small effect, but it's hitting so much better.
I close my eyes and think about all that I've
Ooh,
learned.
whoops. Sorry.
I close my eyes and think about all that I've learned.
Right, how much silence do we have there that I can... Right, can I cheat this? I hope I can.
I close my eyes and think about all that I've learned. None of it quite fits together, and I'm still not sure about any of it. I still can't get a solid hold on the shadows of memory that gather on the edge of my subconscious. I came here to find someone. But why did they come here? Were they also looking for someone? Is that why people tried to stop us? A repeating pattern of people going missing, looking for missing people? Find me.
Oh, I need the ah! Photos, there's a photo bit here.
Find me.
I'll put that on the sound. Oh god, I'm being so sloppy today. There we go. Put the indo verb on, is that correct? Yep, that's what we want.
Find me. Pattern of people going missing, looking for missing people. Find me. There must be someone else here.
Okay, other than that really loud bit, I think it was fine.
Find me. There must be someone else here.
A little quieter.
Find me. There must be someone for missing people. Find me. There must be someone else here. Surely that's what this all means. Did whoever B is leave it here to be found? B. Something within me stirs as I think about B. A deep, longing feeling, coupled with anger and desperation, and a strange sense of pride.
Okay, so this is what I have just now in my library that I can find. I do have others, but I think this is a good start. It doesn't sound very plasticky, but we'll make it work. I mean, that's a good start. I think it needs to be a bit harder, but ooh, that's a good one. See, this is what happens so much with impact, is that you're kind of, so I've got a current, so this is I think they're both boxes, but I think this is, there we go. That's all we needed. That's great.
What have I done?
Erasmus, hello! Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is good to see you, as always. We are plowing through episode 4 right now. We're doing mostly because Mark did a fantastic job in the recording and has recorded a fantastic monologue that just works. It just works really, really well. I hope all is well. I am so sleepy. I'm sorry to hear that you are sleepy, but it's a very chill episode, and as always, a very chill stream. So it's just Mark doing a couple of monologues, like in a very, very, very chill voice, and in the middle does a Wolverine impression. But other than that, it's really chill. Okay, let's listen back. Let's listen to the whole thing from the beginning, just because. What time are we at? Oh, amazing! It's like 3 minutes, and we've still got one more monologue to go. Excellent. Okay. Let's turn Snap on for the sake of argument.
You have learned much about yourself. Take some time to reflect.
I find myself wandering up the stairs, up to a bedroom.
That needs to be later. Sorry. I'll stop fiddling in a second, I promise. There we go.
I close my eyes and think about all that I've learned. None of it quite fits together, and I'm still not sure about any of it. I still can't get a solid hold on the shadows of memory that gather on the edge of my subconscious. I came here to find someone. But why did they come here? Were they also looking for someone? Is that why people tried to stop us? A repeating pattern of people going missing, looking for missing people? Find me. There must be someone else here. Surely that's what this all means. Did whoever B is leave it here to be found? B. Something within me stirs as I think about B. A deep, longing feeling, coupled with anger and desperation, and a strange sense of pride.
The fact that we're cutting off pride just before it gets said, and then there's a pause.
What have I done?
So Mark and I talked about this in the recordings, but it does sound like Mark has like smashed this tape player and then just suddenly goes, "What have I done?" as if reacting to the tape. Which isn't what's happening, but it does. I think it can be read that way. Sounding fantastic as always. Thank you, Erasmus. Yeah, so what do I need now? I need take 20, because my notes for take 20 just say good. So I'm presuming that's the one I wanted to use. So what do we want? We want Anamnesis, edit. This is how I find files, by the way. I just say the folders I'm clicking on out loud. Anamnesis, recording, good. Mark, episode 4, take 20. There we go. Put it on the...
Take 20, the rage take.
It's just... Mark, man.
I was going to try and find something to throw, but then I was like, that'll make a sound.
Oh, did we do another one? Oh, we did as well. Oh, okay, that's way too much, Mark. I think the first one was great, but it's good that we have it.
What have I done? I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing. Not even my name or any of my memories. All I have are shadows. And
Okay, I think again we're just gonna let this.
What have I done? I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing. Not even my name or any of my memories. All I have are shadows. And I don't even know if they're my shadows. I don't know anything anymore. I messed up. I got it wrong. I try to hold on to the idea that someone else is here, but I realize it doesn't matter. I am here because I didn't think. I didn't listen. I was told this would happen, but I didn't care. I was so angry at being told no, I let it drive me, urge me on to find out how I got here, to prove everyone wrong, to find what I had lost, to fix everything. Just once. To finally fix something and make it right. And it would all be okay. We could put it behind us.
Ooh, I know what we can do here. First of all, I'm going to need to go through that and get rid of the mouth noises because there's quite a few of them. Not Mark's fault. Specifically, it's just part of acting in this case. But yeah, I need. Okay, so. Okay, there we go.
I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing. Not even my name or any of my memories. All I have are shadows. And I don't even know if they're my shadows. I don't know anything anymore. I messed up. I got it wrong. I try to hold on to the idea that someone else is here, but I realize it doesn't matter. I am here because I didn't think. I didn't listen. I was told this would happen, but I didn't care. I was so angry at being told no, I let it drive me, urge me on to find out how I got here, to prove everyone wrong, to find what I had lost, to fix everything. Just once. To finally fix something and make it right. And it would all be okay. We could put it behind us. And it would all be okay. I sit on the bed, shaking. I am lost. And I don't know where to go.
Okay, let's fix this slightly differently.
What have I done? I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing.
Okay, let's get this.
What have I done? I'm trapped. I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing. Not even my name or any of my memories. All I have are shadows. And I don't even know if they're my...
No, no. Redo all of those things. Control Shift Z. Okay. This needs to go on longer, because...
Listen, I was told... Urge me on to find out how I got here. To prove...
So it means the angry bit comes at the angry bit.
Because I didn't think. I didn't listen. I let it drive me. Urge me on to find out how I got
There
here.
it is. There it is.
To prove every...
Alpka Gaming 662. Hello, the window reader is here. It is good to see you. 2 out of 3 monologues into this episode. It's going very, very well.
I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing.
I evolved into Alpka. Fair enough. I won't ask.
I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing. Not even my name or any...
A little bit more of a pause there.
I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing. Not even my name or any of my memories. All I have are shadows. And I don't even know if they're my shadows. I don't know anything anymore.
So we've been joined by a cat. A very chilled out cat. Hello, Pops.
My memories.
No memories, so you have memory loss. Got it. That is kind of the gist of what we're making here.
All I have are shadows. And I don't even know if they're my shadows. I don't know anything anymore. I messed up. I got it wrong. I try to think anymore.
Where's the noise?
I messed up.
There it is.
I got it wrong. I try to hold on to the idea that someone else is here. Got it wrong. I try to hold on to the idea that someone else is here, but I realize it doesn't matter. I am here because I didn't think. I didn't listen. I was told this would happen, but I didn't care. I was so angry at being told no, I let it drive me. Urge me on to find out how I got here. To prove everyone wrong. To find what I had lost. To fix everything. Just once. To finally fix something and make it right. And it would all be okay. We could put it behind us. And it would all be okay.
Okay, I'm gonna need to do some fiddling here.
And it would all be okay. You sit on the bed.
Yeah, okay, we need to just filter this out. Sorry, bear with me, this is gonna be fiddly.
I am lost. It'll be okay. I sit on the bed, shaking. I am lost. And I don't know where to go or what to do.
Okay. I sit on my bed, not shaking, but sleeping. Good for you. Right, so we are... How are we doing for time? It's about 5 minutes. Okay, so we've still got another monologue after this. We've got like the big kind of explanation one of Mark kind of remembering everything. So... You see, I think we need another piece of... I think we might need another piece of music for it, to be honest. Because... I think I sort of forgot what this middle one was like. I forgot about it. I thought it was just this first one and then the kind of one we're about to get into. I sort of forgot there was one in the middle, which I think this sort of kind of explosive piece of music
I let
works.
it drive me.
So I need to... We'll edit it and we'll see what it sounds like. But we might need to make some more music, which I hope you're not against. Okay. So, take 22. Good. So I think it's take 22. Anamnesis recordings, Mark. Episode 422. Is this take 22, Mark?
Recording for take 22.
Thank you, Mark. Where's this here?
Just checking you're still there and it hasn't disconnected me again.
It
Cool.
is not. We're all good. Okay.
We were scholars. We spent our days in the temple library reading anything and everything.
I mean, this is a music channel. I hope no one's against it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
To go. Or what to do.
A little bit of silence.
We were scholars. We spent our days in the temple library reading anything and everything. We were scholars. We spent our days in the temple library reading anything and everything. Testing theories, running experiments, uncovering lost insight and wisdom. We wanted to understand the world, the universe. We were allowed our curiosity, even encouraged at times.
Okay, that does need a little bit of a pause there.
We wanted to understand the world, the universe. We were allowed our curiosity, even encouraged.
Is it worth... Oh, beg your pardon. Just having it without the tape sound. No, that just sounds like the tower. No, we don't. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just that this is a different thing. Actually, I know what to do. Hold on. Tin Can Audio hates the tower, confirmed. Let's put that here. I really hope this works. Save check. Oh, very good point. Just put that on a save there, and the other one is saved. Thank you very much for the save check. Much appreciated. That's... I need to get these volumes right. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure about it, but it actually works. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep it. And then I'm doing this all wrong. Get rid of all of these. Oh no 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 no. They make so much noise. Okay. Oh, I hate when I have to do this. It's fiddly. You just play this little mini game within Reaper where you have to fix the envelopes, fix the volume envelopes. Come on. Come on. Right, there we go. Okay. I'm finally done driving and running around for the day. Been up nearly 12 hours just going. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, well done on getting everything done. Episode 4 genre shift to sci-fi. It is a little bit, isn't it? Teensy bit, maybe. Can I just add? Can I add our wonderful distorted things here? Let's find out. Oh no. Okay, yeah, no, that doesn't work. It was an interesting noise. That's interesting is one way of describing it. So what I've done there is I've also turned the tape noise and the sort of piano, the very distorted piano track that kind of works as a kick drum. Okay, let's export that. Oh, just going to turn the things off so you don't hear a screaming massive sound. We want master mix, time selection. This bit of music's 4 minutes, so we'll have more time than we need, which is quite good. Because Mark's monologue is nowhere near 4 minutes. This isn't the tower, as I've previously stated. Right, so I think this stream's probably going to run on a little bit longer. Just so we can get episode 4 finished. Just so it's done. But yeah, I'm having a good time. Hope everyone else is. How does this one end again? I've forgotten. I should know this, but oh, so it's just this monologue. and then the music kind of fades out. Okay. How long is this? 2.5 minutes. Okay, we've got way too much music, but we can figure that out.
We were scholars.
Ow.
We spent our days in the temple library reading anything and everything. Testing theories, running experiments, uncovering lost insight and wisdom. We wanted to understand the world, the universe. We were allowed our curiosity, even encouraged at times. We thought we had reached the limits of what was knowable, and still we wanted more. We found more books.
I'm going to head
Books
out. Well,
written
thanks
in
very much,
hushed,
Alpha Gaming.
forbidding
Thanks for coming
tones,
around.
read in dark
Good to see you as
corners.
always.
We sought out long forgotten, long buried, long hidden writings, symbols. Then we started to disappear.
Oh,
We didn't see it.
there we go. Let's have a big old pause there.
Hidden writings, symbols. Then we started to disappear.
Yeah, that tone change.
We didn't see it at first. One person stops coming to the temple every day. It's not a cause for concern. But then it was 2 people. Then 3. The elders at the temple realized what was happening and decided it had to stop. There were only 2 of us left at that point. We had to keep going. We had to know. Our purpose was different now. We had to find our... There were only 2 of us left at that point. We had to keep going. We had to know. Our purpose was different now. We had to find our friends. We had to rescue them. We stole things. We lied. We hid things. Why did we ever think we would be spared what had happened to our friends? Hid things. Why did we ever think we would be spared what had happened to our friends? I sit on the bed. My eyes hurt. I don't remember who I am, who B is, who the others were. Maybe they don't remember. And that's all we are now. Shadows in an empty world. Searching now. Shadows in an empty world. Searching for our memories.
We could just let this play on, but I mean, it's going to play on for another minute and a half, which might be a bit excessive. Let's shadows in an empty world with wet books, with soggy books. Oh, hang on. The books are fine. Okay, I think we have our episode. I think that might be us. I think that might just be episode 4 of Anamnesis. This is 04 Wands. Okay. So how long is that all in? 7 minutes. That's pretty good considering episode 3 is 9. 7 minutes is great. That's fantastic. I'm very happy with that. Let us give it a listen.
You have learned much about yourself.
I feel like you need a disclaimer on that episode. No books were harmed in the making of this episode. I am actually going to put it in the show notes. Because here's the thing, right? So to get slightly abstract and also just a little bit sentimental, as if this isn't sentimental enough, I think the process of making this show is as much a part of the story as is the actual show, you know. And I think, and I've kind of tried. I feel like while making the show, we kind of deliberately tried to do that, you know, like involving viewers and people who watch this channel and people who support us on Ko-fi, involving them in the recording process and having you contribute your fantastic voices to this show, but then also making it in front of people and making it in front of an audience. I think that's been as big a part of the story as the actual story is. So things like soggy books, like that's a part of the story, and it's become a part of the story because people were there to see it created. So yeah, there will be soggy books, and there will be a disclaimer about soggy books. Maybe in a special bonus commentary on the process episode. I feel like the streams of the commentary process. I think I would like to go through the streams, chop them up, and do like a highlights thing. But that's gonna take so long. It's gonna take so long. Integral meme. I think what was it? It was which one was it? It's an H Bomber Guy video. He talks about the difference between in jokes and memes. The difference being that in jokes are funny. I'd class soggy books as an in joke. Okay. Oh no, I didn't mean to go back there. Okay. But yeah, I think you know, like, the process of this being made is not separate from the actual story itself. Usually with shows, the in jokes you come up with while you're making the show, they don't, you know, bleed in as well, with the exception of Middle Below. A lot of jokes we made during recording ended up in the show, because David Pello is chaotic. But yeah, whereas with this one, it's much more, you know, like we have a lot of in jokes with the tower when we're recording it. A lot of them are spoilers, so I can't even talk about them. But yeah, I feel like the two things are the editing process is not separate from the thing. Picardigan still gets me. I love how that was just a throwaway joke because I'd been to Seattle and they had a Picardigan in a Star Trek museum. that was it. And then people were like, "Oh yeah, that was really funny. I thought it was really funny how you came up with that." And I'm like, I did not come up with that. That was just the fact that I thought the idea of a Picardigan was really funny. And the only pop culture I can relate to is Star Trek. And Twin Peaks, but that's less of it.
You have learned much about yourself. Take some time to reflect.
I find myself wandering up the stairs, up to a bedroom.
Sorry, really sad. Okay.
I find myself wandering up the stairs, up to a bedroom. I find myself
That's
wandering
why
up.
that sounds bad. Okay, it needs to... The footsteps weren't going through the reverb, so they sounded very dry.
I find myself wandering up the stairs, up to a bedroom.
There we go.
I close my eyes and think about all that I've learned. None of it quite fits together, and I'm still not sure about any of it.
Is that a mouth noise?
None of it quite fits together, and I'm still not sure
yep,
about...
That's a mouth noise.
Together, and I'm still not sure
There you
about
go.
any of it.
Gotta get all the mouth noises.
I still can't get a solid hold on the shadows of memory that gather on the edge of my subconscious. I came here to find someone. But why did they come here? Were they also looking for someone? Is that why people tried to stop us? A repeating pattern of people going missing, looking for missing people? Find me. There must be someone else here. Surely that's what this all means. Did whoever B is leave it here to be found? B. Something within me stirs as I think about B. A deep, longing feeling, coupled with anger and desperation, and a strange sense of pride. What have I done? I am trapped here in an empty world with... What have I done? I am trapped here
Mouth
in an
noises?
empty world
My audio medium?
with nothing.
Absolutely not.
Not even my
Be gone.
name or any of my memories. All I have are shadows. And I don't even
Ooh.
know if they're my shadows. And I don't even know
Ooh, Mark.
are shadows. Don't even know if they're my... And I don't even know if shadows. And I don't even know if they're my shadows. I don't know anything anymore. I messed up. I got it wrong. I try to hold on to the idea that someone else is here, but I realize it doesn't matter. I am here because I didn't think. I didn't listen. I was told this would happen, but I didn't care. I was so angry at being told no, I let it drive me. Urge me on to find out. Drive me. Urge me on to find out how I got. Urge me on to find out how I got here. To prove everyone wrong. To find what I had lost. To fix everything.
You done goofed, son.
Just once. To finally fix something and make it right. And it would all be okay. We could put it behind us. And it would all be okay.
Can I add another pause in there?
And it would all be okay. We could put it behind us. would all be okay. Right? And it would all be okay. We could put it behind us. We could put it behind us. And it would all be okay. I sit on the bed, shaking. I am lost. And I don't know where to go or what to do. We were scholars. We spent our days in the temple library reading anything and everything, testing theories, running experiments, uncovering lost insight and wisdom. We wanted to understand the world, the universe. We were allowed our curiosity, even encouraged at times. We thought we had reached the limits of what was knowable, and still we wanted more. We found more books, books written in hushed, forbidding tones and read in dark corners. We sought out long forgotten, long buried, long hidden writings, symbols. Then we started to disappear. We didn't see it at first. One person stops coming to the temple every day. It's not a cause for concern. But then it was 2 people. Then 3. The elders at the temple realized what was happening and decided it had to stop. There were only 2 of us left at that point. We had to keep going. We had to know. Only 2 of us left at that point. We had to keep going. Only 2 of us left at that point. We had to keep going.
Hang on.
Only 2 of us left at that point. We had to keep going.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that sneeze? Where in the hell?
Had to know. Only 2 of us left at that point.
Am I going?
We had to keep going.
Oh,
We
wait.
had. Only 2 of us left at that point. We had to keep going.
Please, someone in chat tell me they're hearing that as well, or is that just?
Only 2 of us left at that point. We had to keep going.
I think it's in the music track.
Keep going.
So an interesting thing is happening here. So, so what's happening is that when Mark is talking, it's cancelling out some of the frequencies in the music. And because it's doing that, you can hear the sneeze.
We had to keep going.
I don't know. So it must be in these tracks here. Well, you see, I thought it might be a tiny breath as well, but if you just listen to Mark on his own.
We had to keep going.
Whereas if you...
We had to keep going. We had to keep going.
Wait.
We had to keep
Oh
going.
my god. So let's just okay. So this is why you get other people to help you to listen in while you are editing, to listen to your mixes. So if you can't find something, because it sounded like a sneeze.
We had to keep going. We had to know
Oh,
our purpose was different now.
that's so silly.
We had to find our friends. We had to rescue them.
Oh,
We stole things.
nearly done.
We lied.
Anamnesis.
We hid things. Why did we ever think we would be spared
Oh.
what had happened to our friends? I sit on the bed. My eyes hurt. I don't remember who I am, who B is, who the others were. Maybe they don't remember, and that's all we are now. Shadows in an empty world, searching for our memories.
Okay, is that go out any further? No, it just doesn't. Need to fade that down. There we go. That's episode 4. Episode 4 is in the bag. One more to go. One more to go. Okay, so what do we have for episode 5? Let's just look at the script real quick. We have really not very much for episode 5. Like, we have one monologue. It's all Mark. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 sound effects, 5 sound effects. So there's 5 sound effects, including, and then I need to record the credits, which I might do off stream, because you do not need to be here for me recording. It's very boring. It's me going, Anamnesis was nope, start again. Anamnesis, nope. In that, nope. But just over and over again for like 2. It will take me 2 hours to record the credits. So I will probably record them off stream so we can just slot them in. And it also gives me a chance to thank everybody, because everybody whose voice is in this is going to be in the credits. So yeah, I'm very bad at recording my own voice. I take forever. Speaking of, that actually reminds me of a thing I was going to do.
The recollection of innate knowledge from a previous existence.
That's where that was going to go. So
Done.
I want to try something here.
What have I done? I'm trapped here in an empty world with no. What have I done? I'm trapped here.
No, it doesn't work. I thought it might be a nice way to fill the space here.
What have I done?
Yeah, no, I thought we'd try a thing. It didn't work. Okay, yeah. So next, episode 5 is the next one. That's the next thing we're doing is episode 5. So that'll be Wednesday. We'll be finishing off the series. And then I have no idea what we're gonna do. Yeah, I have no idea. I think probably what we'll do then after that is we'll have a stream where we listen to the whole series and we can polish off the music and finalize everything and get everything exported. If you want to watch me upload it to Bandcamp, you can. But maybe layer some echoes of us shouting angrily in the distant background. Ooh. Sorry, that's my ghost impression. You see, I don't... See, I think the problem is that we've kind of choreographed this. We've timed it very... Sorry, Mark. We've timed it so precisely. And I really like the silence here.
What have I done?
And then
I'm trapped here in an empty world with nothing.
See, another alternative is that launch party for Bandcamp on DevStream. We could do that, actually. We could do a launch party. I wouldn't be against that. Get Mark on and maybe get Mark Galley on back on to talk about it. That's a nice idea, actually. I wouldn't mind that. We'll probably... What day are we at? We'll call it on Wednesday. I'll have a think, and then we can talk about it on Wednesday. But yeah, I think because there's a couple of things I want to do to the earlier play around with the earlier episodes as well. And I kind of want to see how if that works. And so as much as like episode 5's the next one, we're still gonna have stuff to do afterwards. Because also
I'm trapped here.
Mark did a few takes of this monologue, and with this take that we did, I specifically said do it angry. Whereas I think for because this is what 20. Because I've also put for take 19 like it, so I don't know if that means that maybe I prefer that one. So maybe worth doubling that over and seeing what that sounds like. But we can that's another thing. We can, tell you what, let's consult the project settings. Notes, there we go. To do after New Year. See, I gave myself a to-do list. Things to... we'll call that final things. Angry monologue. Double over vocals? Question mark. Ah! Episode 4. Episode 1. 1/episode 3. Sam monologue. Double over vocals. Was there something else I wanted to play around with on here? I don't think there was. Okay, so those will be the things that we play around with in like the final stream. Because also as well, as much as the soundtrack's kind of more or less all there, it's still taking it from music you put in a show to music you release on Bandcamp. That's a separate kind of process. It is a case of finalizing the tracks and how we want them to be ordered and things. That's a whole part of the process, but that's something else we can do. So yeah, okay, I think I'm going to call it there. I think I'm going to call that for a night. But this is going great. We have one more episode to do that we'll be doing on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this series. I can't believe the series is about to be finished. Got one more episode, and then we need to do something else, I guess. But yeah, so if you're, as always, if you are interested in the game that we used to write this, Anamnesis is a solo journaling game by Sam Lee, who today announced a sequel, a spiritual sequel to Anamnesis. So that's going to be coming out sometime this year. I believe the working title is called Death of the Author, which is always exciting. And also they'll be putting their own entries into the Anamnesis Jam. That's something we can do. We can look at some of the other entries into the Anamnesis Jam. So if you like this style of story and you're kind of looking for something to help you write, highly recommend Anamnesis. It's fantastic. You need a tarot deck and something to write on in the book. That's all you need. And Sam makes great games and talks a lot about solo tabletop RPGs. So if that's something you are interested in, please go check it out. The phrase "death of the author" frightens me, probably because I'm an author. I mean, I don't remember much from having to study Death of the Author at university, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't actually physically involve killing the author. I think it's more of an abstract concept. But yes, so I will call it there. So we will hopefully see you back on Wednesday. Come back on Wednesday for the final episode, the final one. Phew. just like, so Death of the Author was the first essay I had to study at university. Just everyone in the lecture theatre looking really tense, and then the lecturer comes in and just goes, "Okay, so the author doesn't literally die," and the whole lecture theatre goes, "Oh, okay, oh, thank God." Just this chorus of, "Oh, okay." Anyway, okay, this outro's gone on far too long. Great. Well, we'll be back on Wednesday at the same time. We'll be finishing off the series. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy your week. I hope you have a fantastic time. I hope it is not like here and wet and windy and stormy. I hope it is much nicer wherever you are. But not sorry. No need to apologize at all. Good night, and I will hopefully see you all on Wednesday. Take care.